everyone. I'm Mehwish Shahzad and I'm going to take you on the journey of education. Here have a course, Learning How to Learn, in which you will learn a lot of ways for how you can learn something new. There are thousands of subjects and we desire to learn hundreds of them. But if we become able to pursue some more than 5 or 10 his subjects or courses in our real life. Actually, we pursue at most 20 subjects in which you could remember 2 3 courses among all of them. What is the meaning of learning all those we have ever learned or we wanted to learn? So, to make this easy for you, we have a course, Learning How to Learn, in which you can learn how to learn something new, how our brain understand things, and what is the science behind learning. Learning how to learn. First of all, we will know about the focused and diffuse mode of brain. We have two modes of brain, focused and diffused. Here you can see a coin of which has two sides, diffuse mode and a focused mode. So like coin, as it cannot be on any one side, our brain cannot be on any one mode. Either you can use focus mode or diffuse mode. Focus mode works while learning. Starts working while we learn something new. Okay? But all those informations are already inside our brain throughout our experience in our life. We have learned something throughout our life which made us learn those things. Maybe it could be a new topic, but you have familiar with it from your past. So learning things which you are already familiar with is what is the work of focus mode. It works for the previous information and make you understand things like solving 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. You already knew in the junior section, and then you start grasping things on the basis of your basic knowledge. You start making collecting informations, and then your growth level increases. But all based on the previous knowledge you have acquired throughout your life, and it has been kept inside your brain. These these pathways are already familiar with our brain. Let's just look at this picture in which you have a certain pinball structure in which these blue balls are like data for us. These are data dots, and this pathway is the connection of information. These are acquired by us, and we have familiar with this path that we should solve this in this way. We should solve our problem in this way, and this makes you understand your subject much more clearly. You already familiar with it. In a similar way, you can see how your information or how you are grasping things on the basis of previous knowledge. Now diffused mode. Diffused mode. It is more about learning new things. In our focused mode, we learn on the basis of the previous knowledge. And so we could learn deeply about the same topic we have already know from our past experience. And we could grasp much more information about it because you could understand things as you have those previous datas inside your brain. But when suddenly you came with some new piece of information, you have never been familiar with it, and your brain start confusing. It confuses your brain, and that is the piece you got as a new thing to learn. This is about the outside the boundary of your education, outside the boundary of your knowledge. So this mode is as important as focus mode. It makes you understand on a broader way. You are not only fixed. You are not only particularly fixed on a small boundary. You could now look at other things or other possibilities as well. Diffuse mode doesn't work for deep knowledge. It works for broader knowledge. That you could see that in science then why it was explained. And you found new thing, and then you could find another new thing, and these small chunks of informations are collected inside your brain. You came across with new informations, and when focus mode works, now those information. First of all, look at this. Okay, you found that why some new piece of science, new piece of neuroscience. You you familiar with some new piece of technical knowledge. You were in a biology in a medical line, and you learned something about technical knowledge. It was among or outside your educational border. So you get familiar with. Now these two modes works together to make you understand things much more better. Diffuse mode made you learn new things and made your knowledge broader. Now focus mode, which start connecting all those dots and make you understand much more deeply. First of all, diffuse mode increase your broader your way of learning, broader your knowledge, and then focus mode connects all those dots and make you learn deeply. And now you could understand all those data more perfectly. Now we have another topic, brain. It is 10 times more energy taking than your entire body could take. Whole body, the amount of energy the whole body takes is 10 times less than our brain requires. And you can see it is the most complex device you have ever seen or anyone have ever seen. So we should understand what is our brain, how it works. Because you have this device with you and you can control on it. You can have control on it. You can upgrade your brain. Brain is not all about that if a person has born with so many informations and so many skills, then it will only become a great person. And those who doesn't know about things and lack in understanding things will never gonna understand things. A brain is about upgrades with your techniques. You should find how to upgrade your brain, how to understand things. So we will make you understand one thing. Here is a scale which will introduce you how our brain and affect due to sleep. It helps as this. Sleep upgrades our brain. It helps our brain to understand much more and clarify all those toxics inside our brain. Procrastination. Procrastination. What is the meaning of procrastination? Action of postponing something. We often do things like this. Then we start learning, and suddenly our phone drinks. All our focus goes on that drink itself. Or you are over studying and suddenly your parents bring some food for you. What will you do? You will stop all your work right there and uh, goes go to your yeah mm, yeah mm, where we were. Your parents bring foods for you or gifts for you. What will you do? If you were already studying, you will be the one who will stop your learning as it is and immediately uh, scoot towards your food or your surprise gifts. So that's what it's about procrastination or just thinking that you will study later. These make you uninterested in studying and takes a lot of time for understanding just a small piece of learning. You are sad about any subject just because it finds boring to you. Focus on more pleasant work task. Find a task, find a topic from all your subject. Whatever you are supposed to learn, find a topic which you love to learn and focus on it. Just make a task to understand that small piece. When you understand that piece, you'll be happy. And this happiness sends a signal to your brain that this subject is not that much boring and this will not make you feel bad. When you are emotionally attached with subject or learning, you could understand much more clearly. You could understand much more better. This was the first point you should remember. Second one is Pomodoro technique. What is Pomodoro? Pomodoro is the Italian name of tomato. This it's about timer. You have to just apply 25 minutes on your timer. Sit on the corner where you found less interruption. Switch off your phone. Focus on the very subject. And after your 25 minute focus, take a 5-minute break with a small reward. It could be a coffee, ice cream. Okay. Why 25 minutes? Because 25 minutes is the least time on which one can focus. A person can at least focus on 25 minutes on a constant manner. So using this technique has been much more beneficial for thousands of people. Thanks for learning, and for you I put this course on my description box, Learning How to Learn from Coursera, which was designed by Barbara Oakley. So you could check out from there as well. Bye.